Welcome to the Simply Vegan podcast, brought to you by the team at Vegan Food and Living, the UK's best-selling vegan magazine. I'm Holly Johnson, and each Tuesday I get together with my colleague Molly Pickering to share what we've been eating, what's got us thinking, and the new products that are worth trying. And don't miss our Thursday podcast, where we chat to some of the leading names in veganism.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, we'd love it if you hit the subscribe button, as it helps us to rate in the charts. It also means you'll be alerted to every new episode of your favourite podcast.
If you're anything like me, life can quickly become chaotic, and finding fresh and nutritional vegan recipes can become another thing to add to the to-do list. Our best-selling magazine, Vegan Food and Living, is on hand to help. You can join us today and try an issue for just 99p by visiting veganfoodandliving.com/podcast or using code podcast when you order with us. You'll not only receive the magazine to your door, but also have access to thousands of plant-based recipes at your fingertips in our digital magazine archive, which is fully searchable and simple to use. Join us today and make cooking delicious vegan food that bit more exciting by visiting veganfoodandliving.com/podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Simply Vegan podcast. I have just scoffed a huge packet of lentil crisps. How about you, Molly?
Oh, I wish I was eating lentil crisps. I just had an apple.
Oh, God. So
I win.
You do. I thought, I'll just have a couple. Just give me a little bit of energy to record the podcast with. And then suddenly I was like, the whole bag's gone.
What flavour were they?
They're so addictive. They're like sour cream and chive. I think they're called Eat Real.
Oh, if I could be buried in a bag of crisps, I feel like I'll be buried in the Eat Real ones. They are really so good. Have you had the chili and lime?
Oh no, I haven't had that.
Oh.
I've had the is it tomato and basil hummus?
Those ones are nice.
Oh,
those ones are good.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
Can we just do a podcast on crisps? Because I feel like that's what I want to do.
We'll do a crisp special one day.
Oh, I feel like we probably can in the next few weeks. We've got quite a lot of crisp samples coming.
We have. And you know what? Today is our 83rd episode. So before long, it's going to be our 100th episode. So perhaps we could have like crisps, dip, bit of wine.
In person?
Yeah, and in person. That'd be lovely. Let's do it.
Oh my God, let's do that. Okay then.
100 episodes of us. So what have you been up to over the last week? I feel like we've got loads to catch up on.
I know we have, haven't we? Obviously Mother's Day was yesterday. We recorded on the Monday, so Mother's Day was yesterday. My mum and my sister and my brother came up to visit me in Bristol. I cooked them a roast, although they brought their own beef because they didn't want any of my vegan food.
What? Oh, it's one meal.
I know. So they brought their own beef, their own gravy, and their own Yorkshire puddings, which, to be honest, I don't blame them because my Yorkshire puddings were like Yorkshire puddles. Poor things.
Oh no, it's so hard to get the vegan ones to rise.
Yeah, it's hard. But I think it's because I just don't get the oil hot enough. And then it's just that I don't know what it goes to. Just a flat bit of dough.
I think there's a theme with your cooking. You're too impatient.
I am impatient. And I'm really scared of hot oil. I'm so scared of oil. I don't know why.
Surely that's like a boy job, don't you think?
No, it's my job. He does the washing.
Okay. In my house, it's a boy job. I don't want to go near that hot oil. And if I see all that oil, then I won't eat the Yorkshire pudding. So I just have to not look at it, and then I'm like, oh, these look nice.
I'm scared it's going to blow my oven up.
Yeah. Well, we had a nice afternoon tea in the garden at my mum's house, which was very sophisticated and lovely in the sunshine. I mean, I remember probably 5 years ago now, we had a hot Mother's Day. We might have had another one since, but I can't remember it. And I did little, so they did like egg sandwiches with the crust cut off and cucumber sandwiches. And I bought chickpea tuna in little gem lettuce.
Oh,
tore off the leaves and put chickpea tuna in that. Everyone
like a little
loved it. Yeah, like a little boat. Everyone loved it, even all the non-vegans and the kids. And then I did coronation chickpea, the like coronation chicken.
My favourite.
Yum on sourdough, which was delicious. And what else did I make? I'm trying to think now. And vegan sausage rolls.
Make any cakes?
I didn't bake any cakes because I'm crap at baking. And I'm just not bothered about eating them. So I just left my sisters to do the cakes, and
love that.
I didn't have any. But so that was very nice.
Cute.
What else have you been cooking lately?
Do you know what? I've been really trying to eliminate my food waste, because I get into a point now where I'm just throwing stuff away because I keep buying all of this vegetables and then I'm just not using them, and then they're going off, and then it's this horrible cycle. So I'm really trying to work on that because it's awful for the planet. So I was doing so well, and I was just using up all of my stuff in the fridge, like making pastas, curries, and then I went to Purezza with my friend and left all the veggies in the fridge.
Purezza is the pizza place, isn't it?
Oh, the best vegan pizza place ever. Oh, so good. It was so nice. We had, what pizzas did we have? It was called the One Telling Porky. So it was vegan pork, wild mushrooms, sort of like their oozy cheese, and a balsamic glaze on like a white base, which was really indulgent, really, really lovely. And then we just had like a marinara pizza, so no cheese, just really good sauce, freshly sliced garlic.
Oh my God, I'm getting really hungry right now. I tell you what, you put balsamic glaze on anything, it just makes it taste amazing, doesn't it?
Why is it so good?
It's like sweet amazing. And tangy, and oh my God, I'm gonna sprinkle some of that on my dinner tonight. I don't know what I'm having yet. Well, I cooked last week. I did portobello mushrooms stuffed with miso. I thought I must tell you about this because it was so yummy. So I just sort of, you're supposed to mix it with oil, but I didn't. I just sort of shoved it in and just sort of smushed it round. And
then, like miso paste?
Yeah, miso paste.
Right.
White miso paste with sweet potato wedges. And then I made an Asian slaw with like toasted sesame and lime and chili, and then some guacamole. Oh, it was so delicious. I could eat that every night. And I finally went to a place I've been wanting to go to for ages. It's called Plant Hustler, and it's in Boscombe in Bournemouth in Dorset. And it used to be called Dirty Vegan, and I wanted to go then, but then it closed down. It was kind of like, when vegan junk food was first popular, and when I first went vegan, you'd get really excited over like a hot dog with like stuff on it. Like, oh my God, I can have that. And yeah, so myself and my daughter went shopping, and then wanted to get some food, and I was thinking just somewhere easy, like a chain restaurant I can just pull in. We'll get a bit of food. Weren't even particularly hungry. She was like, "Oh, I really want to go somewhere vegan." And I was like, "Okay, but that's going to involve it was nighttime as well." So it's like driving around trying to find this place, parking up, walking around trying to find it. And then when we got in there, it was just like, it's like found our heaven. It was just lovely.
My gosh.
It was we had so mine was, I think it was barbecue Korean chicken with rice, edamame beans, chili.
It sounds amazing.
It was so tasty. And my daughter had the salmon one.
Oh, okay.
So realistic, this salmon, and that had like seaweed and rice and all the bits, like pickled red onion. The chicken in mine, I need to look up the brand because it's the best vegan chicken I've ever eaten. It was so firm, and sometimes it's a bit slimy or soft. It was just delicious. So yeah, have a look at Plant Hustler if you're in that area.
Is this the place that
yes, I know what you're going to say.
Had their mural challenge, didn't they? I think the trading standards, I think it happened last year, because I remember when I started working at Vegan Food and Living, that was like one of the first stories that I wrote was about this mural.
Yes, so I spoke to the waitress, my poor daughter, she's sitting there, and I'm like, hello, I host a podcast. So yeah, I said, oh my God, I remember that happening. And she said, oh yeah, he just put a disclaimer in red on the side. And she was just like, it's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? So they were saying
what was the disclaimer? What did they have to say?
I think he just sort of put tongue in cheek, none of these facts are actually real or something ridiculous. But they are real. It's like proper stats from, studies and things about climate change and
everyone, I think they just had loads of complaints, or maybe like one complaint, and I think it was Trade and Standards went in and then said that you have to get rid of this beautiful mural, which was just full of information and facts. People don't like facts.
Yeah, it's definitely still there, just with a little silly disclaimer. So brilliant, good on them. In the wider world, this whole bird flu thing, there's no longer, you can't get free range eggs any longer. Not that I'd want to. I don't eat eggs, obviously, but they don't exist in the UK anymore or at the moment. How bonkers is that?
It's actually insane. But then when you think about it, it's just like, what does free range mean? And obviously we've read like lots of stories and like interviews and stuff of just like the realities of free range and how it's just sort of like guidelines.
So what's the story then? What has changed? Is it because they don't have access to any outdoor space at all because of
because they've been indoors for longer than 16 weeks.
Right.
They're now classed as barn hens rather than free range hens, not caged hens, which is obviously illegal in the UK. But barn hens, you can still have up to like, I don't know, 800,000 birds in there. It's ridiculous.
I love the way they describe it as a barn. You imagine this lovely wooden building, and it's all like nice and natural. It ain't.
No, it ain't. It's not. I wrote this story, the news story last week when it came out, and I was just I almost had to re-educate myself on the realities of it, because I feel like when you go vegan for so long, it's like the fact, the stories, and you forget almost. But I didn't realize, but I just forgot that wild chickens can lay, I think it's between like 10 and 15 eggs a year, without sort of like the eggs being taken off them. But in like farm chickens can lay, I think it's like 300 eggs a year, which is just ridiculous. And then it leads to so many difficulties like prolapsing. I think their legs buckle, and
they grow so quickly, don't they? They're bred to grow so fast that their legs can't hold their weight of their body, so then they just collapse and they can't walk and they can't move, so then they just die. It's just a horrid thing.
And that's the thing, they have a lot of like sort of premature deaths and stuff. I think naturally they can live sort of quite long lives, but when they're being farmed so intensely, their livelihoods are just
Yeah. And how scary is this? This is another pandemic happening. Okay, it's only affecting birds at the moment, but who's to say in these cramped conditions that it's not going to end up jumping to humans? And we really do not need to go for another pandemic.
But this is the thing. It's these sort of cramped spaces, and they're getting bigger and bigger, and they're getting bigger, but they're adding more animals, and these creatures are just on top of one another. They're in dirty conditions, not a lot of light, and it's just a breeding ground for diseases. So God knows where it's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess anyone listening thinking, what the hell can I do? Holly and Molly are really depressing me right now. You can sign up for the newsletters from Scrap Factory Farming, and they send you details of plans for any new factory farms, and you can like email your MP or put in like what do you call it, like a complaint against it. So that's
sign a petition and stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, just get your voice heard as much as possible. I guess share things on social media, although that doesn't always work. It's a bit of a turn off to people, isn't it? Might get a few people unfollowing you, but hey ho. Yeah. And obviously stop buying eggs if you don't already. The Humane League has actually just brought a lawsuit against DEFRA. So what's DEFRA stand for? The Department of Farming and Rural Affairs. I think that's right, isn't it?
I think so.
And
I think
Molly's like, what's she gone on about now? So they are saying that the breeding practices on these farms are in breach of the Welfare of Farmed Animals Act 2007, and they've brought a judicial review against DEFRA. Unfortunately, it's not been successful, but they are still going to carry on with their fight. So it's another place to go to support the Humane League in their actions. They've said that chickens have been bred to weigh 3 times as much as they did in the 1950s. So
it's just barbaric, isn't it? Like, it's just actual, when you think about it, of how far it's gone. And you know, we kind of live in an echo chamber, and although the fight is still very, you know, we are doing our bit, who knows where it's going to go? You know, how far are they going to push these animals, these poor animals?
It's just so frustrating that, you know, the government just won't listen. Anyway, let's go on to a nicer sort of egg talk.
Yes.
And do our Easter
egg themed.
Yes, it is. It's nearly Easter. So let's talk about happy eggs made of chocolate, vegan chocolate, of course. We're going to review a whole load of Easter eggs. So to kick off, Hotel Chocolat. Oh, my God. This is by far my favourite chocolate. And I've tried a lot of vegan chocolate, but personally, this is my favourite. Very annoying because it's bloody expensive. But
you've just got expensive taste.
I know. I just love it. The nut milk they do.
Oh, why is it so good? What is that?
I don't know. It's not too sickly. It's not too sweet. It doesn't taste cheap. It's just lovely. So they sent us some nut milk chocolate Easter bunnies, which are £6.50, and you get quite a few. So it's not as too bad.
You do get quite a few. I was going to make some little like Easter brownies with them, but then I ate them all.
I love that. This is the problem. We have to review everything so far before Easter that it's all gone by the time it gets to Easter. They do a dark chocolate version as well, and also a bigger like dark chocolate Easter bunny. They've got quite a few things. I think they've even got a sort of luxury vegan Easter egg that sadly they didn't send us. It's like 30 quid, but it's filled with
imagine.
Oh, do you know what? I think they actually sent it to us last year, but you weren't here.
If you could see my face right now,
your eyes just went like wild and crazy. Yeah, that is amazing. But obviously 30 quid is a bit of a
stop talking.
Yes, if anyone's listening, I would like the £30 Hotel Chocolat Easter egg for Easter. Thank you. A cheaper end of the scale is Wicked Kitchen. Now I think this is their first foray into Easter eggs. They've launched an orange popping candy Easter egg, which is like milk chocolate, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then a fruity
chocolate.
Yeah, fruity blackcurrant one. They're both £5. And then Benny the Bunny, who is like vegan milk chocolate, and he's £5. Which ones did you like?
So I actually quite like the blackcurrant one, the fruity egg. Sometimes I just love a bit of fruit in my chocolate, you know. I need a bit of zing.
But blackcurrant, that's controversial because I've never had blackcurrant in chocolate before. It kind of confused my brain.
Wicked Kitchen flavors, they do scare me sometimes. It's just like, what's going on in that mind? It works, but what's going on? Derek
Sano is not afraid to kind of
scare us.
Scare us with these wild flavors. He's not afraid to sort of push the boundaries, is he? And kind of mix things up a bit. I wasn't sure about the blackcurrant one. I've got to be honest. It reminded me a bit of like sort of cough sweets or something.
Yeah, I did have that flavour.
However, I loved the orange popping candy one. I guess chocolate orange is more of a familiar flavour, and then
Safe.
you can make those fun noises with it when you open your mouth as you're eating it. Pop, pop, pop.
Such a child.
So, and for £5, I think that's great.
Yeah, they're really good. They're just easy Easter eggs, aren't they?
Yeah. Doisy and Dam, I get so confused with this name. I always want to say
Me
Daisy
too.
and Dom. It's Doisy
Me
and
too.
Dam. They're available obviously at their website, but also Holland and Barrett. They've got some like vegan mini eggs, so they're called Good Eggs, and they're $1.99. Did you like those?
So yeah, I did actually. I hated Cadbury mini eggs. I don't know why. I feel like I'm the only person in the world that doesn't like them.
Oh, I loved them. I mean, when I was pregnant, I was eating a packet for breakfast every day. I know, it's really bad. This is pre being aware of any kind of nutritional.
What did you do? Did you just stock? Did you stock up on them all? Or obviously they're only available part of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just pregnant with my first baby. This was like 16 years ago. And I was in the office every day, commuting from Bristol to Bath, which, as you know, is a complete ball ache. And I just needed the sugar, I think, to wake me up. And I just got addicted to them. Well,
Thankfully, there was a lovely vegan version out, but I think I preferred the vegan one. I don't know why.
That's good. They're nice. I don't know.
You've just not got a sweet tooth, have you?
No. But the truffles they do. So they've got the salted caramel and then just a chocolate.
Yeah, just like a smooth chocolate truffle.
These are £6. These went down very well in our household. There was
too well.
Yeah, very few left actually after about a day. So yeah, I definitely buy those again. And then the other brand we sampled was NOMO, which I love. The kids love this brand. They've got a fruit and crunch egg, £6, cookie crunch egg, a caramel egg, and then a Little Monsters egg with a lolly with it. That's £3.
Very cute.
Yeah,
very
obviously
cute.
the last one's aimed at little ones. Did you like these ones?
I did. You just can't go wrong with NOMO, can you?
No.
My favourite was the fruit and crunch. I keep going to say fruit and nuts. Crunch. The egg, it was so good. I love I don't want to say a filled egg because that's not what it is, but a textured egg.
Yeah.
Is that like studded with stuff?
Yeah, it's got stuff in it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was my favourite one. I really like that one. Do they come with a chocolate bar as well in the
They do. They did.
Yeah.
They come with that didn't last very long. But yes, they did. The cookie dough one was good as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, really yummy. And it's a nice little extra having like the chocolate bar with it as well, I think.
Yeah,
it's just,
exactly.
Yeah, so loads of options out there. Lidl's, by the way, do was it Lidl's or Aldi that do the rip-off vegan lint bunny? We talked about it before and we didn't know if it was a myth.
Am I right in thinking someone contacted us to say that they do a vegan bunny? Yeah.
Yes, it is Lidl. Favorina vegan bunny. And I think it's $3.29. So
love that.
Yeah. And they've got a few different ones, I think. So yeah, head down to Lidl, grab one of those. What are you doing for Easter? You got any plans?
I think we're just going to go to my partner's parents' house and just have a roast. Oh my God. Oh, for those that listened last week who heard about me just really needing a holiday, I've only bloody gone and booked one.
You haven't? Where are you going?
I'm going to Portugal.
No, you're going to an actual other country.
Yep.
Oh my God. This is so exciting. You're going to have to come back and do a
what if I don't? What if I just don't come back?
Well, you can still work out there. We can hear about all the amazing things on offer in Portugal.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then.
Better just check with the boss first, but I said it's fine.
Okay, that's fine. That's all that matters.
Well, you didn't send us any questions this week. you can email us at simplyvegan@anthem.co.uk, and Molly and I will answer your question on the podcast, or we can send them to the nutritionists and doctors at the plant-based health professionals to answer for you. So please do send us an email. Also, don't forget to leave us a review and subscribe. It helps us rate in the podcast charts. We're still in the top 20, which is amazing, up against the likes of, River Cottage, all these sort of fancy chefs.
Just me and you taking on the world.
I know. So do it. Come on, do it for veganism. I will be chatting to Michelle Feeney on Thursday about slow beauty and cruelty-free skincare. And we're going to London this week, aren't we, Molly? So next week's going to be a Holly and Molly Go to London special.
I'm so excited. I keep forgetting that we're going to London, so I need to remember that.
Don't forget, we're going to go to Burger King in Leicester Square. We're going to go to the new Mildred's in Covent Garden. Where else? I think we're going to a few other places, aren't we? We're going to be busy.
Yeah, but if you see two women being sick in London, it's probably going to be me and Holly.
Yeah, we'll be rolling ourselves back on the last train, just like, I never want to eat again. But we've got to do it for the cause. We've got to power through.
Because we love all of your listeners, and this is what we're planning to do for you lot, okay?
Love it.
So like and subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.